welcome back. As you can see here, I have a lot of wave action going on. I traded my pump out and I actually bought 2 MP40s and I'm very impressed with them. So this is footage of my Gyre 150 and my 105 gallon tank. It did produce a lot of flow, but it kicked up a lot of sand on the opposite side and there were quite a bit of dead spots right underneath the pump. I suggest if you buy one, buy actually 2 of them on each side of the tank. And I'll say the Gyre was a great pump when it worked, but it was just too unreliable. The fins broke all the time and sometimes it would just stop working. As far as the MP40s, I run them at about 60%. There's no dead spots. The construction's really well. They're silent, and I like all the different settings, you know, so I'm pretty happy with them. I've been using them for a few weeks now. As you can remember, I had the little light shining on the screen, and my thought was I'd grow algae, and it really didn't work out at all. My nitrates maybe are probably about 8, phosphates 0.008, and I'm not having any algae issues, so I decided I would remove it. So I removed the light, removed that little box. The rock rubble is there, and I have a marine pure bio plate, or whatever they're called, just for a little bit of extra filtration. And my skimmer, look at this nasty scum here. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad I didn't do a review as soon as I got it, because it took me a while to actually tune in. I was running it kind of at a slower speed, but the pump is strong for a reason, so I raised it up a little bit, and I got the right colored skim that I was looking for. So I'm not running a GFO reactor, but in the very last compartment back there I do have some ChemiPure Elite 2 bags that I'm just going to kind of swap out, kind of alternate. You can see there's a white pad also on top of that black sponge. I bought these cuttable filter pads off Amazon.com. The construction's really well on them. They're pretty tough. You can cut them up and rinse them out, wash them, that sort of thing, and just to kind of polish the water. So I'm happy with the bulbs. I'm using 2 Blue Plus and 2 Coral Plus bulbs, and with the LEDs I'm using the blues, none of the whites. And I think I'm at about 45. I really don't know if you can overdo it with the blues, but I really should get a par meter. If you are running LEDs, let me know what your settings are. I know each tank is a little bit different, but it's all pretty new to me. So for corals, I got some SPS here. This is kind of a baseline video so I can see what they look like, you know, months down the line. This one here is a Mike Paletta yellow coral, I believe it's called, yellow tip. I've had this one before. It grew very well for me under halides and T5s. It was kind of a bluish green with yellow tips. Sorry that, you know, it doesn't really turn out too well here because of the dark LEDs, but here's how it was before. Very cool texture. And like I said, it was probably one of my fastest growing corals that I've had. My green slimer is not looking so good. As you can see right here, it's necrosing. It almost started doing that as soon as I took it out the bag, really. So I decided to cut this up and try to save it. I decided I would actually glue it onto a magnetic frag plug and grow it off the back of the tank. It's very brown right here, but there are polyps, and we'll see if it bounces back. So I added an Efflo, it's a Battlecoral 2.0, to another frag plug, put it in back. It seems like it loves this area, it's encrusted well. It's almost reaching for the light, and we'll see how it turns out. The other portion of this frag, it was a large one that I got, I broke off, and I added it to the very front here. And we'll grow it in 2 locations, see how it does. So this one up at the top is a Garf Bonzai, and that's doing well. It seems like it's encrusted fast, and we'll see how it does here. This is the Commoner's Envy Pasillipora. Polyps are extended, it's kind of low, it's supposed to like low light. This middle one, I have no idea what it is. Someone sold it to me. They said it was a Tricolor Vallida, but it's blue and purple. It does look pretty cool in the daylight, though. Here's the Garf again. Very, very dim light. You can see a little bit better here. So this ugly brown frag on the left is a Spainbow, or a rainbow in Spain coral. I've had them before. They're very tough. It seems like they stay dark for a while. It takes a while for them to color up, but it was a very tough coral for me, and it survived really well. But it did take a while to actually color up. There are polyps to this, and we'll just wait and see what it turns into. But when I had halides before, it was this. It turned into this. And once it started really encrusting, it started just branching out and coloring up really well. And it is a Spainbow, one of my favorites. So here we have a pink Stelleton. It's a tabling pink. We'll see how this turns out. It's supposed to be a fast grower. The one behind it, it's kind of purple as a Battlestag. I got that as a freebie, and that's encrusting well already. The Birds of Paradise, not doing so well. The polyps have grown back. They're purple, but the thing's bleached out, so I had to move it down. It's sitting on the sand bed. So yeah, that's my baseline video. Watch in a few months, and we'll see how these are progressing. All right, thanks for watching.